Alright, we're gonna make sure we get up everywhere. Hello folks, it's your boy MMG Smurf joining me today. Today we're in for a different day, different type of Sunday stream. Usually this is our Sunday Smash Bros event stream, so we do a weekly tournament. But this week has been a little bit different in the Smash community. It's had a little bit of a different feel to it. And I know you all know what I'm talking about. Been quite a few allegations going around, and because of that we wanted to do something different. Because of that, we wanted to have a stream where we still have Smash Bros. We still have, a competitive atmosphere that's still, for people to want that. Because, in times of darkness, there needs to be some light. Quite honestly, kind of my feel with that. And so we are pushing our matchmaking as well. We're going to be having matches and rewarding people with prizes and stuff today. But we also really, specifically, while we're not doing the tournament and stuff like that, so we want to open up things for a floor. We want to open up a community floor for people, somewhere for people to speak if they want to speak vocally. If you just want that to be in chat, then to be in chat. And we're not trying to rag on people or anything like that. Today we're expressing our feelings. Today we're expressing our experiences. Today we are talking about the good, the bad, and the solutions, and what can be done to move the community forward in times like this. So we want to make it known that Money Match Gaming is an open space. That's what we aim to be. And we don't like toxicity. While we do like competitiveness, we do not like toxicity, and we are very engaged with our community and making sure that we can foster a safe environment. So having the allegations that happened this week throughout the community, throughout FGC, we thought that it'd be important to slow down on the tournament, to still offer you guys prizes and a competitive atmosphere today. So we are doing a matchmaking system day, but yeah, it's just gonna have to be a little bit of a different flow. We can just there's no way you can just feel like the exact same about everything right now, right? Very few people are, and there's so much coming out. Yeah, just deserves a different type of day. Just deserves a different type of day. I'm gonna do something here to get this going on TikTok. So we're gonna be going out on TikTok today too. What's up, Egg Roll? It says MMG hype. Thank you. We're just trying to have a good day. Trying to have one of these days be a good day. That's right. I do have this open in another window somewhere. I think I made it small. There it is. So I'm still getting some stream stuff situated, just so we're trying to push this out to TikTok too, and in a format that allows the TikTok people to see some gameplay. So let me get that. And I almost got it for the TikTokers. Doesn't take much the way that I edit this. I was gonna do this one. Oh. I think that's good enough. That's like, who even does that on the TikTok, right? Who even has that type of stream up, right? Who does this? Who do this? We'll do it for y'all. Gonna try and get some games. See, that's my goal. Gonna try and talk to you guys and get some games, and I will be gone for 2 days after this event, so you know, it's like Smurf's last corral. Not quite. I do want to find. Just keep a lookout for when Sir Infantile pops on. Gotta write a little Discord post for today. Make sure everybody remembers what's up and what we doing. So let me go back to this scene for a second while I write this out, because I'm gonna pause. I don't want to just be sitting here and playing and not have everybody know what's up. Okay, I'm hitting my little statement out there to the thing that we need to do. What's up, people joining us on the TikToks? Alex, Lopez, Sam. We can get our first matches going today. Sorry, I've been on the other screen while I've been making stuff. I'm hitting it hard today. Doing a mix of this water stuff and coffee. The Infinite is with us now. Came in while I was writing that, I guess. So I'll have to add him in here to chat after this match because it's hard to do during it. It's probably for the best anyways, right? Get some action on screen. We've been like chilling, just kind of informational and still don't get a jump out of that? Hey there, my dude. What's up, Eve? Saw you, recent follower. Welcome to my gaming. Nope. My God, why is he not getting feathers? Unfortunate way to go. They bring Infinite in. Pog! Tourney was canceled. I forget what that means. I've been learning recently. Make sure my audio is something acceptable. It is. What's up?
I'll be joining you in a second.
Want to play? And grow? Yeah, we can get down. You're I think you're in that bit too. I can go back to viewing the Lola. What up, Josh? Byleth. Sorry it took me a little bit to respond there. Came out of the match. Obviously hard to respond in the match. Had to get Infinite into the chat. A little difficult. What's up, Armani? How you guys doing today? How's everybody doing this Sunday? I know all the days are starting to blend with the corona, but how are you doing today? It doesn't matter, Mr. Josh Messi. He's our boy. That's like our TikTok follower guy. WeChat. Doing well, Armani. Heading out to the mountains after the stream. Get some nature in. Get some switching nature pictures. I told myself I was gonna do that this year. Anytime that I'm out, like on a mountain or something, I'm gonna try to bring my Switch with me if I can remember. So I've been pretty good with it. I need to release some more Switch mountain pictures. I haven't released them all, but I've been doing pretty good with it. Mountains, nice beaches and stuff. I forget what's on beaches because it's a beach. What's this like? Sand. What's that all about? Oh, is this guy just gonna beat me? Don't beat me, bro. You're lagging. That's not fun. Oh goodness, I wish he wasn't lagging if he's gonna win. Just like the worst. When somebody's lagging and they win. Like, how can you not lag? Oh my god. Can you not do this? Can you just quit? Oh! How is it gonna drop through? Give me some. Yeah, I missed that. This dude was extra laggy. I'm surprised I held out that long. That's not worth a rematch. That like hurt the plan. So what's up, AJ Raymond, Chase dropping in on TikTok. Come get down if you want to get down. Speak if you want to speak. Should join this over here. Oh shit, we're supposed to get down aggro, my bad. Yeah, there's yet to be a brawler's command casual. Did aggro accept that? Cool. Can you make an arena? Why do I have the same guy? I waited and shit. That's insane. Yeah, I'm about to just jump off because I waited so that I didn't have to play in this lag again. DM me the code. Cool. Wait, is this just like a public arena, or does it you did that password? That's what, because that's what I'm gonna try.
All right, sorry. Shelly called me randomly. I haven't talked to her in a bit, so let me use the restroom, and then we can get started. Stop, companion, partner, brother, friend.
Step into the ring. Ready?
Did you look it? that spaceship.
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm like gonna not escape lag today. This is crazy. I had like one good match. This is actually really bad. I can't really move in this like that. I'm gonna die here. Oh. Yeah, we had a little not the best connection there. A little not the best connection. That's what I like to call that. That was a little not the best connection. Arena, shut down! Whoa, were you like restarting things, Churro? Oh. So you still have the feel to call you Churro. Oh, I'm like, I should make one. Oops. What the hell is it? No. Create. Yeah, like it wasn't. Well, wasn't it giving me the name option of a ring, enter the name of your arena, yeah. I'm like, okay, there you go. MMG. Oh, that's right. How did I type in the Discord thing? I think it was just enough. I'm just gonna call it MMG. The Discord thing is a nice little trick for if you have a public arena discovered, you can actually fit in the whole Discord link pretty much. Discord.gg/ blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. You can try and join mine if you want, Churro. Maybe it'll help if I'm the host. M7LCD. Oh, so we just got a little arena for folks. I'm going to type it in the chat just in case anybody's creeping and wants to get some matches down. Also, I know Casual pinged something. Let me see what he pinged though. I kind of want to get rid of one of these channels. It sounds more complicated than it is. Yeah, tried some things. Like slightly better egg roll. I mean, like I feel like we might as well try it a little, but yeah, who knows. It's obviously some more cool to it. Ooh, the read. That was mean. Like, that's the moment of truth. How bad is the lag? It's like if Ness or Lucas can't make it back, it's too bad. Pretty much. Like, you can make it through some lag, but like if it's too much, you just cannot get it up. That lets you know all you need about input lag. I just wanted to shield. Oh, that's funny. Forward. Hey, bastard. And it kills off of one hit. Yeah, that's like 3 strong hits. What's up? At least. Put our work in. Oh.
It didn't even matter.
Cheesed. And with win. Like I just couldn't control the jump. Yeah, they're sets.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh. What do you mean? That one powered up star, where it just took the stock in one hit. Goodness, there's like a gravity. It's weird. Hey, welcome. Oh my goodness. Thanks for following us on D-Live. Hopefully you enjoy the matchmaking system. Also, if there's anything you need to talk about today, it's really what we're here for. Providing a hopefully fun environment, safe environment, and yeah. Yeah. See, at the same time, we do know that people, very much look forward to being able to compete on Sunday. So we do have our matchmaking system open. It's new to a lot of people. A lot of people haven't tried it out yet. It is like money matches for each match individually in matchmaking. Uh, so via our ticket system, and then today we're also offering some special prizes, which have truly yet to be disclosed for as much as we want to like increase it. If we end up increasing it, basically, I'm thinking we're just set to give away the normal prizes, like 5,000 tickets per person that does well. But yeah, we have a decent amount of activity and stuff like that. Goodness, decent amount of activity. No problem boosting that up for whatever we have as far as active people. But if we have like 2 or 3 active people, 4 active people, everybody getting $5 pretty much, or some crypto, seems fair. So that's what that is. If you're not registered in our matchmaking system, let us know. / check out our Discord. The information is in the Start Here channel. That's where you want to go to get started. That was 2 matches. Aggro, you won that. Yeah, so Aggro just got some tickets. Yeah, if none of that makes sense to you, / you're still disappointed we don't have a tournament today, we're sorry. Kind of, because we also feel like it's important to maybe not just be plowing forward as you normally would. Kind of felt that way about the 4th of July this year. Was like, it just has a different feel to it this year. Like, I just could not get in the super. Not that I'm not like, yeah, it's the 4th of July. You know, I woke up and I'm like, it's Independence Day. But, you know, in years past, I wake up and it's Independence Day. Get out my boys. Let's go get some drinks. Let's go outside, see some fireworks. And I just did not give up about any of that this year. Just didn't. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It does not affect. Don't care to do it. Just don't care to do it. It's not that I don't love my country. I just don't care to celebrate like that. This year, don't have that feeling. Like, if I don't have that feeling, I'm not celebrating Halloween this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna put a costume on. I'm definitely not gonna like celebrate and cheer and shit like that when I don't feel like it. It's like, that's not the feeling that I have right now. We got a lot of shit that need to be fixed, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's just not a nice time. And then the FGC shit on top of that, especially for Smash fans. If you a Smash Bros player, then you was just trying to kick it, and then yeah, that affected your 4th of July. I know it did.
Some people just want to hear or watch the world burn. That's kind of how it feels.
Yeah. Tis what it is. Yeah, I'm try to get my voice scoped up here a little bit. What is this? I got filters on you or something? Yeah, I do.
Are we gonna match make a little bit, or are we gonna go?
Yeah.
Combo?
I'm gonna have it so we can match make and be talking. So I'm gonna have us over there on that scene, but then we can also, you know what I'm saying, get down. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's important to let people see that and stuff. And hopefully, you know, if you're into video games, you're very much into escapism. So, you know, so hopefully it can be what we really want to create. You know, Money Match Gaming, to us, it is a company, a startup for us, you know, of a few years now. And, you know, slowly been shifting into this and that. But it's, you know, one thing that we've been sure of all along is that it's a community, and that we want to create a safe space. You know, create a space that we wish we had in our youth. So.
For sure, for sure. I mean, it's the whole premise of what it is we stand for. It's the general statement that I make when I try to explain Money Match Gaming to other people. It's a gaming community meant to kind of bring everybody together. We really aren't, you know, kind of nitpicky kind of dudes. We're not trying to win it all and take it all. It's more so we really do just want a group of people that can kind of fund their dreams and aspirations as gamers, you know, to kind of, you know, do esports and approach life from that direction, and it not be kind of like a laughing thing, you know? We can do it.
It can happen. If the Angels could win the pennant, this can happen. And that's my constant reference to angels in the outfield. Can't go through life without referencing angels in the outfield. And if you have, I'm surprised. That's amazing that you've gotten through so much of life without referencing it. Oops, moved something that I didn't want to. Alright, well, about ready to bring my mom in here. It's gonna be. Look at you! Look at you! Oh my goodness, you're so cute in that scene. No, but this is basically where we're at today. Oops. So with something like this, we don't use this saying too often, but today's one of those days where we do.
I'm ready to rant, man. I'm ready to rant. There's actually quite a bit that I've been thinking about because it's not just sexual assault in general. A really big streamer on Twitch committed suicide not too long ago. Are you familiar?
I saw the article. I forget the name right now.
His name's Reckful. He's
it's like
a really big World of Warcraft streamer. He was one of the original really big streamers and so on and so forth. Pretty well off, suffered from a lot of depression and so on and so forth. So I think, I think in these situations, people might think that sexual assault allegations, all these different things are might feel like it's a little isolated to our scene, but I think this is a prevalent problem across our culture as a whole. It's not like Me Too hasn't happened. This is kind of like just it going through everything, and it's like a real big problem throughout all sections and industries and so on and so forth. And I think ours is like a weird, unique case in the sense that the harassment comes at a much younger age, but it's not. I remember this kind of harassment in high schools.
Yeah.
I for sure remember that kind of approach, and I was like talking to my parents. I've watched videos about all the different things that have been happening in the scene, and it's just one of those things that I feel like people need to understand that we need to start talking about sex. We need to talk about sexual relations with people, and I don't think there's such thing as a standard, but there has to be a spectrum of reasonable behavior to kind of conduct yourself when trying to connect with other people. And I feel like because that conversation doesn't happen, I know lots of parents don't talk to their kids about sex and what's healthy and what they think's good for them and so on and so forth. I think I'm one of the few out of my friends that did have something, and what my dad told me was like, hey, just don't do it. He was abstinence is kind of like his approach, but never any real explanation on like how to approach these situations, how to feel about it, how to talk to girls, how to maintain safe and healthy boundaries and so on and so forth. And I feel like learning that stuff was trial and error, and like I think this is what you get with trial and error is you get a lot of people who make a lot of mistakes, because some of the stories that I've read are like, yeah, I remember kids like that. I remember situations where those types of things happened and it was normal, and I'm not the biggest fan of cancel culture and so on and so forth. I think people do change over time, and given better examples and better ways to approach these types of situations, we'll see better situations, and that's like the start of it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Obviously, there's a whole different what I call spectrum or whatever you want to call it of different allegations and things that have come out recently. So for part of that spectrum, I feel like that definitely makes sense. For more, I would say, for more harassment suits, things like this are never okay. But I do feel like it's and this is what I'll say about. I think I'll start off with talking about the people. There's a group of people. Not like it's like categorizing them specifically to each thing, but there's obviously like a group of people on each post, each situation, after allegations are made, that is defending, whoever the allegations are against, because these are people that have fans that have built up a connection with communities and whatnot. They've actually done some good in the world to build up this type of connection, whether it's a facade or not. And so with that, there's always this group of people that are like, in defense of them. And I feel like that just makes things tricky because like, the first round of defense is just total denial, most likely, right? It's like, oh, they could not have done this. The second round of defense is, within that realization that, oh shit, it's shocking, and then they still want to, but this is that person, and that's the reluctance to cancel entirely, right? And so I feel like, I have to give some respect to the, reluctance to cancel entirely, because obviously people have that emotional attachment. But within that, I'm gonna strike this back to politics a little bit. It's like, this is my main issue with, like, and I don't care what your political affiliation is right now and this and that, but this is my main issue with Trump, and with what I saw like throughout the last year with a lot of Trump, supporters. Like, you can support Trump and whatnot. My issue is that he never had to come clean about anything really, or have to what was the wording that I used previously, to be held accountable. Yes. And that's the real issue, is that if you're never held accountable for something that you've done wrong in the past, if you steal something and nobody ever catches you or sees it or something like that, then you feel like you got something over, and your chances of you're not going to reform. That's the point of it. It's like, you're not going to reform. There's nothing stopping you. Physics says you're going straight in that direction until something stops you, and so you need that situation, that accountability to happen, even if it's like, you're at this Trump level where the level of him being held accountable is people being like, yes, you did this, him be like, yes, I did this, and it's still going to be rolling, baby. He's still going to be president and get all these fucking bypasses and shit like that. But guess what? Now you can reform a little bit internally, and like to everybody else that you've been hurting, because now you're being held accountable publicly, at least to some extent, instead of being able to get away with shit. And so that's my my first issue with things. Like, that's my issue with politics and with Trump, really, truly. Like, of everything that you do, like, because people can change. And like, you know what? 10 years after your presidency, I'm not going to like you, but I'm going to accept that you can possibly change over that time. I hope that you do, and I hope that it's because there's some level of accountability that comes through. And I'm going to say the exact same thing for a lot of these smashers, a lot of these FGC people. It's like, probably, not going to like you in 10 years or whatever the heck because of this. Still not. But at least in this situation, I will respect and like them that much more than our president. Because unless there's some accountability that happens over this time period, unless I see any fucking accountability over the course of running a campaign and being president, then no. Because it doesn't account for it. Like, anybody who is, yes, then yeah, there's some, but yeah, there needs to be a chance for reform. I'm like, Obama, you can say Obama, but like, Obama's held accountable for things like that. I would say with Obama, definitely not super popular amongst Native American tribes and stuff like that, and recognizes that, not popular amongst all white audiences, and recognizes that, had to reconcile with that the entire term. So I'm like, we can talk about that, but that was very much, that was just as vocal during that period. It's not like everybody was gung-ho Obama. So to act like, and when people act like, oh, I'm surprised you're not gung-ho Trump, like, get the fuck out of here. It's accountability, guys. And I feel like there was a lot more accountability back in the Obama era, while of course there were still things like, if we're talking about military and shit, which we're not going to get into today, because today is about FGC and Smash Bros. But all of it comes down to accountability, to putting those things out on the table, to being able to say, I was wrong, to allow reform to happen. Because regardless to what a past administration, if we want to put that past administration up and actually pull enough facts out that we can get that reform, then sure. But we need that reform to happen, guys. And for whatever these issues are, like, what are the present issues that we're facing in this community right now, in this FGC community? Pedophilia, sexual harassment, abusive language, and just abuse in general. And we know who the people are. The people have admitted to doing it at some point. So, and like, I feel like they're admitting to doing these things. That's step one. A lot of them couldn't even get to that, like a Zero for case, and I'm going to stop after this. Zero, for example, which was one that was just as shocked after seeing the Narrow thing, and then you see Zero. Fuck! Hurt. They hurt. They actually all do hurt. And it took multiple of his own posts to say something about that with these allegations and stuff. And I would say that at least now that some of the people that do complain, like I don't know if that's the smartest thing, or maybe a public statement. Some of them like incrimination. Uh, it's not gonna go well for you. But I guess you don't care for it to go well because you need that reform, and you're recognizing that. So you're just not like that's some bravery to that. I do applaud the people that do come forward in that sense, not for what they've done in the past, but for their attempts at reform. You know, there's being a drug addicted meth addict or something like that, and just going about your day and taking meth and killing people or whatever the fucking stealing from people, and then there's actually turning to people and going like, yo, I need help.
So, I mean, I've listened to quite a few people. I've listened to Omni. I've listened to a little bit of Mighty Chief's rant. I've listened to it's like two other people that and yeah, like there was like a few common threads between them. Um, it's a mix of like, hey, we're sad, hey, a lot of this is over, and we kind of need to reset. Yeah, it's sad, yeah, it's hurtful, but we kind of need to shed all the dead weight in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
This is probably a nice way to say it. And this isn't the end of the community. This is us doing a culling that's definitely necessary, and then they kind of go into talking about what to do from here. A lot of people kind of get upset at cancel culture, mob mentalities that kind of like, hey, somebody's kind of accused of doing something wrong, bring out your pitchforks. But, they acknowledge that a lot of the times that if they don't do that, nothing happens. No one serves any jail time. No one kind of like does anything. That literally the only justice that they seem to get
No reform.
is canceling them. So like, okay, they still get to walk free. They still get to do all these different things. They just can't come to our events. And I always thought that these people kind of did get some kind of criminal justice recourse, but I guess like hearing people say that nothing happens to these people that are like clearly in the wrong. Like I guess in this situation, I do agree with the cancel culture. I'm just like kind of. I know that's not the approach though. It can't be how we solve every single one of these issues. Like we really do need to bring it to the right people. And I mean I have my doubts about criminal justice and so on and so forth. I've listened to several things about how it works and how flawed the system is overall, but like don't you think that's kind of like the natural progression of like what we should do from these points? That we should bring it to authorities of some kind and allow them to kind of prosecute these situations for what we believe they are. Like I'm just kind of confused on how nobody.
Well, I'm like with the bring it to the authorities thing. I feel like that's a touchy one, just because in a lot of these situations, like who was the last one that I read where they were like, I wasn't going to say anything. I think I read the Katara one, and they were like, the girl's like, I wasn't going to say anything until I was outed. And in that situation, and this is like the extreme end of what I'm going to say, I guess, because I'm like like that's just still just like fucking wild. But it's to go with that. In that sense, it's it's community, it's that mob community, cultural justice, or if the person wants to, and then this is what I was really getting, if the person is wanting to pursue that, then legal justice, as well. Because like, what's that because quite honestly, like, what's that legal justice going to be? And we live in America. We live in America. Look, if and I'm going to say some names that are probably taboo. If Ally was tried in an American court, Ally's probably going to get the same treatment that a lot of fucking other white dudes get. Ally's probably going to get the same treatment a lot of other white dudes get. Which is, he might get a slap on the wrist, he might have some time and stuff like that. Ally might be at home the entire time, Whereas don't really need to know the details, but Kitaro, if that goes legal, you ain't having a nice time. Nero, if that goes legal, you ain't having a nice time. Zero, you out of America. You know, uh, it's not a nice time for these other folks if it goes legal, versus somebody somebody else in America that might have an easier time. And that's not to say that everybody's just gonna get that treatment. That's just saying knowing the history of America, knowing like it's not even people do these things intentionally. Quite honestly, a lot of people in public eye that it's like I'm being just and this and that. I just can't see past why I have certain prejudice that might extend somebody else's sentence longer than somebody else. Why this woman who moved into a certain school district so that her son, or registered her son at her, or whoever the fuck the relatives is, school district, gets 5 or whatever the heck 10 years in jail. It's like some insane amount. I forget how many fucking years in jail this woman got for putting her child in a better school district under a relative's name. Jail for years versus woman caught up in Stanford Harvard scandal, whatever the fuck, paying people to get her daughter in. Slap on the wrist, walking around. How does that make sense? One is college level bribery, but she's white, and it's America. One is high school, not even high school. It's like moving your child to a better school district. And like public school. It's not costing them anything, but you registered for the wrong district. That's obviously worth taking you away from your child, fucking up that child's childhood, instead of just go back to your own. It's obviously worth it all, right? Put this mother in jail. That's America. And so just to say that point, that we have to look at that on the other scale of things when you do make these type of things. And that's why there's that mob justice. And for part of the mob, maybe some of these people that are coming out that have this thing on their back, it's up to them to take it to that legal stage whenever they feel like, it's, especially I feel like after they have that mob justice, maybe they have more of a, if they've wanted to before and they haven't had that. I can't speak for them, but if they wanted to before, then maybe that's what gives them that courage to go out and do that.
Okay, Icarus, you're actually in Discord as well. I'm gonna update you one more time. We actually postponed today's event to the following week. I do plan to boost that prize pool because we're kind of taking this break, but we felt like it was a little insensitive to go ahead and just kind of press forward without actually talking about what we can do, kind of leaving an open forum for people to talk about the different things that have been happening in our community. And this is us kind of talking it out a little bit, kind of giving our thoughts and feelings on the situation, and hopefully giving you guys an opportunity to come talk and express how you guys feel and where you guys would like to go from this point forward. We'll get to some of the things that I see other people doing and so on and so forth. I just wanted to open it up with our general thoughts and feelings before we start bringing too many other people's opinions into the general discussion. So, once again, Smash Weekly 124 has been postponed to next week. I plan to boost the pot for that specific event. And, today is just matchmaking and us kind of talking about the different things going on in the FGC community, because it's beyond just Smash. Obviously, because we do Smash, we saw a lot of those things come out. But I mean, like, I know Evo being canceled, it's kind of nuts. And him taking advantage of all those little kids and so on and so forth. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I can't say I'm surprised. Me Too did happen. A lot of people were ousted. I felt like there was always more, and it's just our turn. And Smurf gave his opinion on criminal justice and kind of the approach to kind of where we go from here a little bit. I'm sure that's not the most in-depth thing, but hey, just I think all that needs to happen, but I'm gonna put it back on you real quick. So what kind of criminal justice do you want to see? Like where do we go from here if we can't believe in the criminal justice system? We kind of approach these situations appropriately and fairly.
I mean, and that's why I say it's tough, because the only way that I see it of going about it right now is again giving it, all the power goes to it's as it should be. All the power is in the hands of that victim, and when these accusations and allegations come out on Twitter, in these tweet longers or wherever they surface, you know, this is the first time that victim has had any type of power, most likely in this relationship with whoever the accuser is. And so I feel like keeping the power in their hands for a prolonged period of time. And so for them, that mob mentality, justice is that first level of it. And for them, is that enough? Um, is that enough to get rid of your burden, to get rid of that some of the pain of those experiences or whatever you've experienced? Is that enough? Or do you feel like you need to take it to the next level, which would of course be this legal level if it's not getting taken there anyways, because some of these allegations like I don't know how you're gonna get away with it anyways if it's like whatever it is, but I feel like it still needs to be investigated. They have to have like some type of investigations into things, and so it's like, do you want to take it to that level? I also feel like there's probably some type of trouble in just thinking about things more logistically. This is just like kind of like, but there's probably also some level of, if you are taking things to a legal level, you're buying a lawyer. You're telling your parents about this situation and buying a lawyer, involving your parents in it, maybe when you're still a minor, and trying to get a lawyer, involving your parents in it and trying to go after you're not a minor, maybe you're 24 something, and this is something that I had when I was younger that I'm now trying to lawyer up for parents, blah 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 blah. It's like it's a lot on that person still, even after that mob justice or whatever. I feel like it's still a lot on that person. That's gotta be a ton of baggage. So it's all in their hands to decide how far and what.
Okay, I can see where you're going with that. I can kind of see a logical end to that idea. Seeing like, hey, okay, maybe criminal justice is the answer, but making it easier to kind of access these things without kind of brazenly going basically out in the open and kind of being vulnerable in that sense, because that is a big vulnerability, and that does keep a lot of people from kind of going through the process, because it's difficult and you have to expose yourself in a way that requires a lot more hands, and it's such a sensitive topic. So maybe some intermediary that could help mediate kind of these types of situations and how to properly go through the channels without overly exposing people to the trauma or the public. But let's take a break real quick. Large, you said you were in the stream. We can explain. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I was just waiting for. I just sent you a DM, basically. So just segue, guys. I just sent large a DM. Interested in our matchmaking system, getting some matches going today, and lots of people are having matches and matchmaking. Step one is, if you're in our Discord server and you haven't already selected a role, visit the Start Here channel and select the competitive role so that you can see more channels. Then you can see all of our competitive related channels. After that, if you're not already ready, you need to be following Money Match Gaming on dlive.tv. And then once you're a follower there, you'll enter your blockchain username, which is a name that you get with a DLive account. You'll enter your blockchain username and Money Match Gaming's Discord with the dreg command, which will sync up your DLive account and your Discord. So that way, any tokens that you end up donating to Money Match Gaming on DLive get counted in our system, and that equals your points that you're then playing with in our matchmaking system. Cool. So let me go to DLive real quick. I know Infinite's talking to you, but I want to make sure that we grab your blockchain username.
I got it.
Oh, you got the blockchain username?
Yeah. I drop it in the general thing. I'm gonna add his name to the database, and now just have you already DM'd him how to kind of apply for the adventure role? Or?
No.
Okay. Yeah. we'll go from there. In this situation, you need dereg. It looks a lot like this, and then insert.
Here. It's I like to do it like this. I'll type it.
Okay. What's up, Giddens? Jared. And I believe we've talked through a lot of the. Oh, you missed the large 1, 2, and it's all lowercase.
Yeah, you can basically just copy paste what I just grabbed. And you want to make sure. Yeah, copy paste what I sent. What I did, bro. It's all lowercase, no space at the end. Those are the mistakes that you're currently making with entering that command. So I'll type it in one more time. There you go.
All right.
Cool.
Now, if you type exclamation matchmaking, those channels will be there for you. We're gonna start having matches here in a little bit. We want to finish a little bit of our conversation, and then we can kind of go into battling, teaching you how to do the system. You can earn tickets and so on and so forth that way. Currently, you don't have any tickets.
Yo.
So you could do a quest, aka follow us on YouTube or something, or subscribe to us on YouTube.
The tournament, we've been sending that out in announcements. It's also been announced yesterday throughout the week. Tournament's canceled today. So we're not doing a tournament today. Today we are doing a community talkback and also giving away prizes in our matchmaking system. So we're giving away larger prizes other than just the tickets that you make in our matchmaking. You'll also be earning like enough to just cash out to the top 5 players in that. But yeah, due to the circumstances in the FGC recently, we decided it's a little insensitive for us to just move forward as normal. We'd like to kind of have more of a community forum and provide the matchmaking today.
Cancel this. I'm just showing.
Oh, the event link. Yeah, sorry, the Infinite is in charge of that. So I feel like he's maybe you can work on that Infinite and put that out on the event page as well. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it while we're talking.
Is it? Oh, can I confirm it's not overpowered? I mean, what is overpowered? Sounds so subjective, man. How am I supposed to go with that? I feel like I know. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely cheese. It's definitely some cheese. It's like, dang. I mean, you have to be 0% to die to that. But
Oh, maybe I should join that one too.
I mean, look, it's cheese. It's cheese any ways you want to go about it. It's still cheese. It's like, look, you can't get caught by it, obviously, but like your chances of stopping Lucario are, I don't know. It's a very nice situation, but he shouldn't get in there. It is what it is. It's so many different scenarios in Smash Bros are like that it's like, it's it is what it is. Yeah, I'll make sure he's on that. Yeah. Yeah, see you next weekend. Hopefully we get you next weekend. We will be doing a tournament next weekend. Again, matchmaking is open. You can earn money matches there. / there will be cash prizes today there. But yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy thing going on. So yeah, we really just wanted to. This is a community. We're a company and we do this, but it's a community. Well, thank you. Well, yeah. Not here. Not here. Somewhere. Maybe. Hopefully not. Alrighty. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Yeah. Yeah, Zero, Narrow, could not expect those ones.
Yeah, just it really
Yeah.
sucks, man.
Yeah, this guy's bringing up the point that trying jet is bringing up the point that we don't see MK Leo or Hungry. Some of these guys are just quiet, and it's like, I mean, they've been. I feel like maybe they're just put in the mood that they've been quiet for so long because it's not like have they been super active across anything happening lately, and it's just not been COVID,
Right.
the protest, this with the FGC. I feel like some people have just been like tuning out of social media anyways, and now with this hitting, they're just like, good God.
Glad I ducked out.
Yeah. Oh well. What happened with? Don't tell me eSIM did something. I didn't see that. I saw that somebody was it Technicals did that thing about eSAM, but oh
I,
God.
I haven't seen anything about you, Sam.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just wild. Yeah, I saw that their Technicals made that's because he's on one of the lists for harassing Kokiri, really. But I mean no, I don't think it's a coordinated attack. I feel like this is what I feel like is happening. It's when a lot of these people feel like they don't have because I'm going to relate this to another industry. Like I live in the West Coast. I do some work in theater now, and like in different productions and stuff like that in my city. And within the theater industry, there's known people that are like, oh, sexual harassment allegations here in this theater company, this and that here in this theater company, this and that there in this theater company, and they know about it on this. There's certain people, not everybody, but certain people know about it on a personal level. And they know about it with certain hires that they make, etc. And what I hear from the women and this and that in the theater and in the industry is that a lot of them, reason why people don't come forward more about these people that are doing these things is because they don't want to be blackballed. And that's the exact same thing that when you see a lot of these people that are coming forward in these tweets, they're talking about I didn't want to be entirely Smash is that's my release. I go, that's my community. I can go there and chill and this and that. It's one of those places that it's a super social game. If you're playing Smash Bros versus some other game, much easier to make friends in Smash Bros. And so to get blackballed from a community that you're enjoying like that you're learning from and stuff like that, it hurts. In this other industry, it's from your work, getting blackballed from work and such. So that hurts for people. It's really hard for them to do to even take that risk. But when you see that a high profile person falls and then admits, and then another one, and then another one, and all these people stepping up, it becomes similar to that Me Too movement where they feel like, okay, this is my time, where I can say something. And so we're getting the mix of some people are just like clout chasing and stuff like that, but there's so many victims actually coming forth because they feel like finally somebody's going to listen. Yeah, who and so what happens next is just interesting. It's like it's hard to tell. Yeah, but yeah, Nintendo definitely has to pay attention because I mean, they dropped out of what? Do they have any games going into Evo since Smash was out? But I'm like, regardless of that,
Yeah, Evo has been canceled anyway, but yeah, they pulled out before they canceled. Um, my general opinion about like where we go from here just depends on what people want. In general, in these situations, it really boils down to like, okay, well, are we going to stop the things that cause these types of situations to happen? AKA, are we going to allow kids to be in hotels kind of unsupervised? Like, do we want to stop kind of all the kind of clout chasing kind of mob type of stuff, or are we going to continue some of that stuff? So I think it just entirely depends on like where people want to go after all this stuff kind of takes its course, because it could go either way. It could continue and people can still kind of shit post and kind of approach the situation the way they have been, or we can go, hey, look, we don't want that no more, and we're going to change the community by kind of setting up these guidelines and making sure people have a place to go to solve these problems if they arise. But if that doesn't happen, then I see a lot of the same thing. As Smurf said a little bit earlier, you know, it's like it's one of those things where it's like this isn't the only industry that it's happened. Me2 is everywhere, and it's in everything, and it's in pretty much every country. You know, I think it's a big, huge problem. You know, it's a giant problem, and it's multifaceted.
The thing that it would be actually like good is if like online Smash Ultimate is actually like good. This is paid for and we're like lagging.
I mean that will for sure help. You know, it alleviates some of the kind of person-to-person interaction. I guess is kind of where you're going with that. You know, and like I completely understand that, but I mean, like in general, if we're just better human beings, we kind of have less of this issue.
Like let's say during like your own time at home, whatever, you don't want to play against level 9 CPU for some reason. They read your inputs, which is complete cheese. I just want to play against like an actual person online. It's like it's all laggy. It's like input delay. It's like whole second input delay. Like this is unplayable. I don't want to play this. I'm getting off. I'm playing something else. It's like I don't want. That's not fun. After a few matches, I just get mad and just get off. It's unplayable sometimes. Like we need like something like what's it called? Dedicated servers.
Or they need to let other people host a dedicated server in their honor, or to some degree, and then make sure people have access to it. So even if, because a lot of the PC communities kind of do this to where it just depends on what kind of game it is, but they'll allow people to host servers for their specific game. And I feel like that was the approach that we kind of approached at the beginning when we started Money Match Gaming in whatchamacallit, in Smash 4 when we started hosting events, to where, you know, like you can reach out, but like obviously Nintendo doesn't care. So it's just like this weird conundrum of who knows, man. It just honestly depends on our ability to kind of, number one, get what we need, and like, who knows, man.
See, just to piggyback on what you guys are saying, though, I feel like, you know, this, a lot of people, the same way that people are taking like protests in the COVID situation, where you see some people that are like, this is the end. And it's like, no, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of whatever in terms of those things. And this is the beginning of whatever in terms of the Smash Bros community. And if like when I was talking about that previous industry, that, you know, the theater and whatnot in Seattle, if they were to purge, I'm going to call it a purge, they're going to purge those problems out of the community. It would be a new beginning for that too. Because at the same time, while they're talking about this is a problematic theater house, you know, we're going to talk about that behind closed doors. These are problematic people running this and that behind closed doors. Like, what happens if you purge that? If you purge those hundreds of thousands of paid subscriptions that are going to those problematic people? What happens when people turn to whatever else is left? I'm like, Fatality Falcon seems like a wonderful guy now, don't he? How many subscriptions is he getting? I don't know, but a lot of these other people don't necessarily get as many. I'm just using him as just another name, and he seems like a nice guy. But yeah, like it's going to go to other things, like the same way like in this other industry, it would go to other projects, which people are constantly like. People are always like, oh, how do we fund these other projects? Well, it's just so hard. There's blah 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 blah. It's like, if you know there's actually all these problematic things, and if that's now being brought to light, it's just like as it was. You know, a few months ago, I was making it known that like when Zero left Twitch, this is just Zero leaving Twitch. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm not sure if you realize it. Zero is one of the heaviest like subscription bases in the Smash Bros community on Twitch. There's over 10,000 subscriptions a month to Zero. And like how many, like if it was like, what did I did the math on it, is like if there was like this small ass percentage, like 1% or something like that, that's going to whoever the heck else, like or if that 1% was Amazon Prime. So if that 1%, if 1% of that is free. And let's be real, more than 1% of that is probably free subscriptions. But if 1%, where does that money go to? And that's now open money. And at the time when I was making that argument, people were like, oh, we need to be able to fund like Prime Saga and like people going to whatever the heck. And it's like, Twitter, you can fund this shit. Zero just left Twitch. You can make an account today, everybody follows it, and just send your free donations one time. And you fund it the entire summer. It's just crazy to me. But it's like and like that's happening on a larger scale now, where now that much more is being changed around, and it's like I don't know, guys, put it toward good things. Put it toward what we want. Like, you know, if we want more safe spaces, we want these things, other things matter. If we need funding for certain things that matter, let's put it toward that, because now that is available. We were funding things before which weren't necessarily giving us all what we wanted, but we liked them. It's like, let's make those choices now. It's me.
You think that since like online is paid for, let's go to a game like Mario Kart 8, like there's like not even there's like no lag in that game, and there could be like 12 players on it. Then you go to Smash, it's then on a 1v1. The whole game goes from like running at 60 frames per second to look like a Microsoft presentation. It's horrendous. Everything harder to do. Let's say like I play Lucario, so it's like I have to do a lot of like, let's say beer versus wave bounces, bird bounce specials, all these things. Something I recently found out was charge canceling, pressing jump right before I land. That's a 5-frame window. That's if I'm doing that in lag, it's gonna happen.
Right.
Like it's really an advanced input because if I have a 5-frame window, there's a good margin for error right there, and if I'm lagging, what am I doing?
Someday, I mean, hey, Nintendo's not having the best year. They're not having, yeah, they've had better years. So I think maybe they might pay attention some this year, or you know, might be starting to at home, paying attention while they watch the internet explode.
When it comes to Smash Online, you can't get any worse than Smash 4's online. You have a 2-minute match extending out to 10 minutes, and if you leave,
Challenge, objection. Like, what about the Wii? What about the Wii? Was it the Wii? Yeah, it's like it was Brawl. Yeah, that was like it went online, and it was just no 1v1 in the most trash Smash Bros experience you could ever want to do.
I really played much of Brawl Online because I got Brawl back in like I am 18. Then I got that back in when I was like, I don't know, like 11 or like I don't even remember anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think that was like 2010 when I first got a Wii. I was not good at games. I was like that. If you compare, let's say I was like one of those game to skill. I was like the little brother. Like, go away, you're not good.
Hey, we had some good little brothers though. I'm just saying. My little brother was pretty good. He played a fair amount of Halo. He was a sniper, and yeah, he was murdering cats.
We were those gamer boys, though.
I was not good at games. I did not know competitive Smash was even a thing. I was one of those people that played like and spam PK Fire. I didn't know what I was doing.
Shame.
I kind of started knowing what I was doing in like Smash 4 because I was actually like garbage, but I was still garbage because I played with a Wii remote. I actually got good at Smash back when Ultimate came out because I started actually watching content. I was like, oh, that's how you do this. That's how gameplay's not supposed to look like, not whatever this is.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while. It takes a while to realize with any fighting game, because like at their core, it's like you're watching, especially for a fighting game. It doesn't look as like maybe complex as some other games look. You're like, oh, he's just fighting that guy. Yeah, he punched him, and then he turned around and punched him. What do you mean? And it's like, yeah, there was more that went into it than he turned around and punched him. He did some type of movement, whatever. And so it takes a while to like actually. Smash Bros is a little bit more complex than a lot of other ones, or that it gets credit for. They've only been expanding it with each game, so and expanding the things that they've accidentally added into games and doing them intentionally now, and adjusting them and whatnot. So.
Bro, the game sounds basic, but it's more advanced than it actually is. It's not like you can just play Tekken and just spam low kicks. You actually have to do something.
Oh.
Have a nice day.
See.
All right.
See.
You too, man.
You too. Wah! Nice little chat. Yeah, we should probably get into some matches at some point. So, what do you think, guy? Or how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Sanji?
Well, I mean, we can end it unless other people kind of come and kind of want to talk about it. I guess we can bring it up in a little bit. But I mean, finally, like we can kind of close it up, or I can give my kind of like closing thoughts and feelings. Is I just want everybody to understand that this isn't an isolated issue. This is a cultural thing, and overall, we have these problems that is prolific through our every community. It's not sensitive to just Smash, and quite frankly, if we wanted to address the issue, we kind of attack the roots, you know, by first making people understand that some of this stuff is not okay, and for us to embrace kind of, as I said earlier, because I know, relationships don't really have a standard, but there needs to be a spectrum of reasonable behavior. It can't just be, like, it can't just be, up in the air. This can't be a free-for-all. It can't be, well, the chips may land where they may. It's like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And we're going to continue having these problems if we don't actually address that for what it is. And really go, okay, a shift in cultures actually, it's the move. It's what we need to do, because I mean, there's so much, and I'm not sure how much you kind of dive down that, like, or go down that rabbit hole, but like, there's like real red pill awareness type of people. There's girls will never be honest. It's all about hypergamy, and then looking for the best man with the highest status type of situation. And then for like girls, it's kind of like, like there's the how to manipulate a man type of communities, to where they go, look, this is where you can go to find, men that are rich, and this is how you can gain men that are rich. And it's like, it's just absent of real human connection. And I feel like just that whole process of people kind of having these kind of dishonest approaches to relationships kind of warp people's opinions and thoughts on how a healthy relationship will work. And there's just not enough examples of what's healthy and what's a good way to approach, relationships. Just a bunch of, money, cars, and clothes, and hoes, like no friends mentality that I just feel like kind of needs to shift. And yeah, that's kind of like my closing statement is that's really where we need to go, guys. What's up, Andy?
Meow, meow. And hit you up on every channel, says Jared. See, well, like fair closing statement. I don't know. What would I say? Closing statement on the topic. I don't know. We need to do more. We need to strive to do more. We need to strive for accountability. It's funny, Kim just came up after the fact. We need to do our best at all times. Not after the fact, not after, like, it's like, I feel like this is, let these people's lessons and be like a lesson to everybody else, so that we don't have to keep having that happen, You see how they feel, you see how it's affecting other people on a larger scale, on a smaller scale. You see how people on the outside are looking in. And maybe you're one of these people that hasn't spoken up yet, and how that's affecting you. And so, we need to be better. Be better, try and do more, try and do the right thing, be smart, be kind, get good.
In all things. Yeah, that's essentially what I'd say. Well, yeah, I agree with it. And finally, what you've missed so far, we essentially just broke down what we thought and felt about the current things going on in the Smash community, the FGC community as a whole, and kind of where we're going from there. TLBG, what's up, man? What's going on? And that's pretty much it, man. like to boil it down, we both think that, we need to have a conversation about how to have healthy relationships and to make sure that these things don't continue to happen. It says, how do you feel about the controversy right now? In general, I just feel like it's terrible, but I don't think it's isolated to the Smash community.
See, I feel like that's one thing that's been happening is a lot of people in the Smash community are like, oh, the Smash community is just horrible. And it's like, can't say that's wrong. But it's not just the Smash community. Like, you're in the Smash community, so you're seeing it in the Smash community because that's your community. But if you were looking for more, you'd be finding more because it's not just the Smash community. It's a kind of a widespread big problem. It's not like act like we didn't know online video games could be toxic. That's nothing new. Come on.
Plenty of that.
Been toxic since I was 10. It's a lot. Congrats. Alright, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to step out for just a second, leave Infinite with this. Come back in, get a few matches going. We'll probably roll out and stuff for the day. It's not going to be a 5-hour stream, guys. Or a 4-hour. AKA, we schmoovin'. Yeah, today we're actually schmooving more than ever. It's going to be like a 2-hour stream.
Yeah, and like you said, all the way to the
Evo co-founder, yep.
Yeah, and like he's not even kind of all the way coming clean. If you guys have noticed how he's been approaching the situation.
Yep, all the way up to Mr. Evo. It's like, yeah, as if Evo wasn't already dropping fans. My goodness. I just recently watched a video from get his name, Maximilian something on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? Long hair guy. Yep.
I listen to him.
Yep. I feel like I subscribe to him on one account, but I have so many YouTube accounts, like 3 or 4. So not on all of them, Maximilian. You'll just come across my timeline. But I was watching the video today, and yeah, and he was having some feelings about, and so like it's similar to how we feel, I'm sure. I can't speak for Infinite, like just like flat out, but like some of it how I feel. It's like you're introducing people to this community. You're obviously promoting Smash Bros. Or whatever other games, and then you see this atrocity. Like, how horrible would you feel if you sent people to Evo and it's like, yeah, and on that weekend descended 1,000 predators? Like, good God, you're not gonna feel good about that. You're gonna feel like there's something that you could do. Like maybe you shouldn't even be doing that. But then there's also a positive experience out of this. You can't let those people win. For being in the wrong. The light should win. And so it's so then part of your duty becomes the awareness.
Alright, so a few of you guys are attempting to have a match, so we can go into that a little bit.
Yeah, Maximilian dude.
CC. Like to say. And I guess I should comment on that before we move on. I agreed with some of what he said. Like I really don't like when people don't feel like they have the right to speak.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, well, I don't even want to talk about it because it's bad and it's always terrible and really and it's like, well, like your opinion matters.
Yeah.
You're already acknowledging that your opinion matters and what it is that you've helped contribute to, not because you wanted to. That is not what you were trying to do. You were simply trying to grow the community, and the community has some really dark roots, and it's like, it is what it is, man. But like, you're not evil for it, but you should say, hey, look, it was wrong, it's terrible, and like, I don't want that stuff to happen. And his was kind of more of a neutral stance that I was kind of like.
See, well, I mean, I feel like he just didn't want to say specific names and stuff like that within there, for being like, oh, it's this person that did this, and then it'd be like, that's not, and you have an extremely large audience, and you just made people think that.
Yeah.
Step into the
I mean,
ring.
because that's what that's what he's talking about. He's like, I don't want to be, caught off for this live, like a defamation or something like that. So I'm trying to just cover my tracks here. So I'm not going to be saying any specific names, but I feel like, and so yeah, I feel like maybe his feelings lean more toward that or whatever. But yeah, he just felt like it's like in letting so many people know, and knowing my position with this, and how I am feeling. This is how I feel, and it's like, yeah, I mean, you have your own feelings with it, and he didn't shy entirely. You know, he's making some type of statement toward it, and so I will credit that. But yeah, you know, it was trying to play. You know, he doesn't. He's trying to be safe, as anybody would, right?
I'm sure you can join the arena. Let me go ahead and get
Actually,
that
I'm gonna say
information.
here. You know the password, 944TT.
I just simply joined because we're friends.
Or N44TT. Oops.
There we go. We can get a few matches in before we take off, and teach you guys a little bit about matchmaking, so you guys can earn a little few tickets before we take off today.
See. Good, 1 second. I want to stretch, and then when I come back with the matchmaking stuff like that, I'm going to show you guys everything directly on stream as well. Just for like a little brief. What's up, Patrick Trainer 1? Welcome. Guys, if you are not signed up for a matchmaking system today, while we are just having this chill day of casual communication, stuff like that, this is the day to probably find out about our matchmaking. Also, if you're already in our matchmaking because he's in the arena and you're trying to get up the brawler tier, Andy is one of the brawlers, and he does have the ticket system all down and stuff like that. I'm not saying Andy's gonna admit everybody, but he's one of them brawlers. It's okay. We're gonna do something to get some more brawlers coming up soon. Yeah, so we're trying to get these matches so that you guys know, even once it streams down or whatever, matches up until 8 p.m. Eastern. Matches up until 8 p.m. Eastern will be counted for prizes, for extra prizes, for a lot of extra prizes. I'm trying to be nice to you guys here. Let's be nice to you.
Yeah, we can do a best of 3. I know I was doing best of 1s before, but
3, 2,
Also, if you guys didn't see it, whatchamacallit, our BTT. You can now donate BTT to Money Match Gaming. We did get that set up with our Tron account. Ooh, hey! Trying to keep up with things. You know we're all about earning so that you can earn more.
I'm busy having this match, but if anybody has any questions about how the matchmaking system works, I can't help you guys do that. Yeah, just give me a moment. There's a one-on-one match. Whoa, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons.
Goodbye. Hurrow wave. Hurrow wave. Hey. Tap.
That's some good grabs, man. Been warming up, man.
Hey. Radical. Power down. Hey. Counter. Power down. Lightning touch.
Suicide.
Inkling wins.
Do I sound a bit quiet? That's because I'm looking away from my mic. I may end up changing the position of the mic because of what it is we're doing. That's probably the biggest reason, is because I'm looking away from the mic. But I kind of plan to move it in the future.
Three, two, one, go!
Tatsu! Puro Wave! Puro Wave! 1, 2! Puro Wave! Kick back! Go back! Ha! Running! Tatsu! Ha! Beat it!
What you did, doing better than I was.
Lightning Tatsu!
Wow, you dropped that.
Brutus! How about that?
Dude.
Kick back! Radical! How about... Ha! Tap! Kick back! Tap! Tatsu! Kick back! Rising kick!
Ham is like warmed up or something.
Ham's just good.
Radical!
And usually he's taking it easy on me, or he's like worn out from fighting a bunch of other people. Because right now Ham's out here just really bruising me today.
He's a bruise of that one.
Radical! Radical!
I ain't gonna make the back from that. Congratulations, Ham. I've taken the L.
Inkling wins.
Alright, so as promised in between this new one, I do want to show you guys what's going on stream. We got this one. Boom. There it is. We have it on this one right now. I can use this screen right here to show you guys what's happening on our Discord right now with the Infinite Ham. We're just getting down in. Let me do that.
Who's it gonna be?
So here we have Money Match Gaming's Discord server. Oops. This is not the window I thought I was on. Or I just rotated it on accident. And let me unrotate that then. Like, why are you rotated? Yes. Wait, is it on this window? Which window is it on? Oh, turn that off. I don't think it has any properties. Fusion. Whoa, those are both. Okay. Let's not use that one. Well, actually, this is fine anyways. I'm still gonna use it. So we're in this baby. This is what we're looking for right here. This is what they're doing. They're having matches in our matchmaking system. It's exclamation match and then the challenger's name, which will open up a match between you and that challenger. If they accept it, they have to accept it. If they don't accept it, it'll cancel that match in 3 minutes. Then we got a match that'll load up. And after your best of 3, you're only reporting whether you win or lose that best of 3 set. You'll report with an emoji reaction, and the results will go to the results channel. And results channel.
So very nice. Casual getting that first one done. Dunny done done. Where shall he go from here?
Three, two, one, go!
This is crazy how often I have trouble getting past that roller. Anybody watching the stream who'd like to participate in a match, please be sure to let me know. I'm kind of looking for somebody to play while we're waiting. twice like that.
Open your eyes.
Game. Inkling wins.
Smurf, I want some. Like so. This is explaining. All right, casual. I'm not sure how long we'll be around, but I don't have you muted, do I? No.
Oops. Yeah. So Infinite has send me this match request with exclamation Smurf, match Smurf, and if I need to accept this within 3 minutes or it's gonna disappear. So accepting it gives us 1 hour to have a match. Tickets are already subtracted from our account since we both accepted, and if the match is canceled, we both just lose out on those tickets, aka if it takes us longer than an hour to respond to the bot. You are only to respond with the final match results. This is something we are going to get changed in the future, but for now, you only respond the final match result, and whoever responds, so whoever reacts, is reporting for both people. So if you react, oh, we're done, best of 3, and I won, and you react W, that means you won, and it's going to report it to match results. If you lost, you go, oh, I lost, then it's gonna do that. So obviously there's a chance for cheating. You need to let admins know if something like that happens, and we'll take care of it very strictly. Very strictly. But that's what that looks like, guys. And now it's just down to the match portion.
I'm about to get bitty bopped, but hey, we're here to have fun, talking.
About to take his tickets.
Be easy.
I
You about to take my tickets.
Yeah, I need these tickets.
We're playing at the lowest level too, so it's only 1 ticket up.
3, 2, 1.
Cause your boy is trash.
Keep doing the same thing. I'm like, this dude is doing his best. You're leaving yourself really open doing that same thing. too much fun with it.
I can see that.
Oh, I messed up. I was supposed to just down smash on that platform and kill you.
Ooh!
GG. White carry hit too hard. I'm gonna need 5 seconds to finish this taco.
You finished that time.
This is my low attack game. Oh,
Oh gosh, that was scary though. Wrong way.
Are you okay?
Get back. Oh, good. That was good freeze.
Okay.
SD God.
The SD God. Not the king.
Got me. That should be my alter ego. Mark can have SD King.
Boy, yeah, that's what I was getting at. Not the king, though.
Smurf, SD Kami.
Three, two, one, go!
Woohoo! Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I don't know why that bat is perfect. Oh, all kinds of misinputs.
Found your little jumping range. I was like, he's jumping right about this height. It's the 2 PK fire. Get these ice in. Stop jumping at that height. My God.
Ew.
That is the
Stop
one.
jumping at that height.
It's the one annoying thing with Lucas is like when people jump from the air, it's like super hard to like time. Like most people have like these super large hitboxes with certain things in the air and shit, and they're like, nope, gotta be super specific with people landing on top of you, behind you, in front. It's like, dude, it's so readable, and they really don't give you enough options, or like large enough options when something is so readable. And half the time when you do connect, they're like, that was a sour spot. If you don't launch him at 150,
If he don't die,
did you see like had the result to ice? Like ice is fine, but like you can't just be relying on ice getting tricky with ice and shit all the time and fucking down up B.
startup for rising tackle is a lot longer than I thought it needs to be.
keep shooting like that. It's probably because I have like this in the way. There's this wrapper in the way. Like, I can't really do that corner.
No! I need to crap shoot in that situation. No way.
Yeah. Got you with that magnet? The more that he pulls it, the stronger it's like, I don't know if you were noticing, I was pulling you closer to the edge when I was doing the magnet. The first pull was just to see if I got you close enough. The second pull, I actually moved you right next to the edge, and then when you did your attack, you just like overshot.
Yeah.
Because you were being pulled while you were attacking, which is like, it just like increases your movement as if you were lagging or something. That is my favorite thing to kill people with Lucas, for sure. Anything with
Pretty
magnet
subtle.
like that. Yeah, it's sexy because people don't expect it, and like a lot of people don't even know. Like, I mean, they know magnet like hits you and stuff, but they're not really thinking about unless you're like playing. And I do it really obvious when like somebody runs at me. I think I did it to once and like you do the magnet and let it go, and they just shoot over the top of you real quick.
3, 2, 1, go!
But yeah, again, Lucas is just gonna be. It'd be nice if that was powerful or something. Instead of, yeah. Hopefully he doesn't notice this because I'm secretly pulling him. I think you're at the center for it. Oh. Ooh.
I saw it. Oh wait.
How does it feel alive?
Wonder why those inputs don't happen. Like sometimes, like the power dunk just don't come out the way I want it to. At the end of the jab, and then it came out there. I mean, not intentionally, but
Yeah.
you want to get one more in before we say the full goodbye?
Sure. Yeah.
Eh.
Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh. Good spike. There we go.
Wow. Little magnet fun.
Hoorah.
Get that magnet kill in.
Fella.
Cobra. That's how you gotta say a name like that. Need to work on my magnet combo. I did discover when people lay down, like when you knock them on their back, if you are able to get up on them quick enough with the magnet, you can just continue it into a combo. I don't know when they can get up if you actually are able to get next to them quick enough.
Gotcha.
got practice with the computer, and I'm like slow at getting close to people. But I'm like, with good movement, this is dangerous as fuck. That was nasty. Oh no! Not all it's trying to do. Exactly what I was expecting you to do.
I mean, for sure. I mean, you got to get in where you fit in, right?
Oh wow, why did they do that?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah. It just like kind of like floated me backwards, and I just died. I'm like, I can't even like jump or anything. It's probably not going to. Oh, thank God. I'm like, should be getting people so high, and they'd be like, and he survives! Critical hit survive! More people survive Luke's critical hit. So insane. Most matches, somebody survives a critical hit.
That was a good pick there, please.
Gee.
Ay, ay, ay.
Lucas wins.
I think we're about done, you guys. As we said earlier, please be safe. Situation should be a start of a new something cool. Support good people in our community, and we can move together in a good way.
Yeah. 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 Let me go over here. So we'll close out with you guys. Yeah, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us for our discussion portion. If you joined us for that, if you're just here for matches, matchmaking, getting used to that type of stuff, thank you for that as well. We do this every Sunday, not this, but a tournament usually. So that's our usual Sunday jam. We have King of the Hill on Wednesday. We are very much a competitive esports Smash Bros community. Please join our Discord, !Discord in the chat if you have not. Information is also available in the About section of any stream that you might be watching. Yeah, with that, I feel like I've said times tonight, So I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for joining us again. I am MMG Smurf, or just Smurf, if you're nasty. No, it's like a Miss Jackson thing. Infinite, that's it for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. See you next time.